this next clip of Lindsey Graham on CBS this morning echoes one of his statements, actually, I think only a couple of weeks ago. Now, look, this report that is not, there is no consensus report from U.S. intelligence agencies as to North Korea's abilities and capability to deliver nuclear weapons. It was the Defense Intelligence Agency, which incidentally, let's be clear, the DIA does not have the greatest track record when they are not part of a consensus of intelligence reports. These are the people who basically produced a lot of the stuff that brought us into Iraq. From the reporting I've seen, there's another intelligence community analysis, also from late July, that estimates the North could have as many as 60 nuclear weapons. I don't know what agency that is. The same piece says both assessments are controversial. Neither formally represents the consensus view of the U.S. intelligence community. So you've got to be skeptical. And then when you start to see multiple repeatings of the same talking points, despite some changes in the status of the situation, you got to also be a little skeptical. Here is Lindsey Graham repeating what he said. What was this, about a month ago, right? Well, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago that he was on saying it's okay if it takes place over there as opposed to here. Now, maybe he was aware of that assessment. Like I say, it came from early July. But Lindsey Graham has an opinion on this. And it is, better to fight him over there than over here.
Talking is running out. I want to know what South Korea and Japan think about the miniaturizing of a weapon. I don't want to trust one intel report. We've learned from Iraq you need to be cautious. But I do believe Donald Trump will not allow Kim Jong-un to get a missile to hit America with a nuclear weapon on top. And it's a matter of time till that capability exists. So I hope we can do this diplomacy, and sanctions. A war would be terrible. But if there's going to be a war, it's going to be in the region, not here in America.
Now, I don't know if this is supposedly a means in which to influence China. And China certainly has probably more influence than they're exerting at this stage. And if Lindsey Graham is saying, like, look, you know, this is going to be a bigger regional problem after we drop a bomb on North Korea than it will be one that will impact our population. And maybe that's just there's an attempt to motivate. It is, you know, from what I've read, Kim Jong-un is a bit of a nut, but he still can appreciate...
It's a self-preservation
He
nut.
can still appreciate that getting into a war will ruin his lifestyle.
And that is exactly right.
And that it will, you know, you can be crazy and also say, like, I still like to party, and I'm not going to be able to party if we have a war, and I'm not going to be able to be in charge of everything, and I'm not going to be able to, like, hang out with Dennis Rodman. Or,
I mean, and honestly, I mean, Mehdi Hassan's new piece in Intercept is terrifying. I mean, he's like, we have enough experience with Un to know that he's, you know, sadistic and cruel and, yes, crazy by certainly certain metrics, but clearly like his dad, self-preservation oriented. And with Trump, we don't exactly know. And I think what's weird is I think that China has been...
Well, here's the difference.
Expecting Trump to fall into some type of rational line, of which there's really only a couple of basically very narrow things you can do in this situation. Now that he's not, this might actually force them to really step it up because it's so dangerous.
Yes. Well, because here's the thing, is that for Trump, it's not about self-preservation. I mean, for Kim Jong Un,
No, it's-
he understands it's
It
about
actually is
self-preservation.
to up his popularity.
And if anything, it's very possible that Donald Trump could be thinking like, this could help me. Like, it can't hurt, at this point. And I think the notion that like, well, what would happen if, South Korea lost several 100,000 people and maybe Japan got pulled into something or China? Maybe he's just thinking like,
I'd be like MacArthur. That's
there's
what I'm thinking.
a lot of opportunities.
Last time a lot
I
of
could
people
grab
died
the-
in Asia, apparently it was great for a president.
I could grab a bullhorn, go down there on the rubble,
Yep.
put my arm around one of those South Korean firefighters, and just say, "We're going to get these guys."
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
They heard from we heard from them, but now they're going to.
And that's the scary part.
Oh no, I think
Now-
and this is again just to I know it's just beating. Well, it's not a dead horse, unfortunately, but like this is why those morons from Fareed Zakaria and everyone else that gave him that positive encouragement for just lobbing a couple of random missiles at Syria, like this is how it starts to play out.
This will be the time where I truly become president.
Like, guys, I'll be charitable. I know we were all kind of joking before, but now that I've instigated a global nuclear confrontation, I think we have to agree.
I just worked
I've
out on the
become
board.
president.
I just worked out on the board. Only the president can fire a nuclear weapon. Ipso facto, if I fire a nuclear weapon, I'm the president.
I'm literally the president. Now, where
Hillary
is
Clinton will not be the president.
No, but she maybe she
Okay.
might be in jail. Where's my nuclear black guy?
All right. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos